Hi everybody, it's Monday, November 30th, in the year 2020 AD. It's also the last day of November 2022, not 2022. It is the last day of November 2020 as well, or also if you prefer. It's the last day of November. Can you believe that? How does that happen? I mean, it just seems like the days are whipping right by here. I suppose that's what happens when you have such a busy, productive, and fulfilling schedule, huh? I reckon. Here's the busy, productive, and fulfilling schedules. So, right here in front of me, I have 7, count 'em 7 messages from my tea. Right here. I collected them over the last several days between the go-to-bed teas and the occasional afternoon tea. I've got 7 of them that I don't believe are repeats, and I've chosen one to start today's video, and it's this one. Lift people up to their potential and higher self. Lift people up to their potential and higher self. There you go. You have your instructions. What are you doing just sitting there? Get up. Get out there. You got people to lift. Lifting people. Lift them higher, higher. Lift with the knees, not from the waist. These are people we're lifting up here, and they're probably a little bit heavier because of Thanksgiving. So lift with the knees. We don't want to hurt ourselves. Lift people up. Speaking of Thanksgiving, I hope you all had a pleasant one. I chose to spend my Thanksgiving here in the apartment. I isolated. I made myself a whole chicken with potatoes and stuffing and everything. You know, had a nice meal. For those of you who chose to go ahead and get together with groups of people and see the families anyway, I really understand that, and I hope that there are no repercussions. I hope that none of the bad stuff happens. I hope you're all clear and safe and healthy. For those of you who decided to stay home and not get together with loved ones and groups of people, it'll be better next year. Next year we'll get together and we'll have our Thanksgiving. We'll be super duper extra awful, really great, thankful next year. It'll be much better. So, lift people up to their potential and higher self. I'm going to lift myself up here because on the last day of every month, I think from now on till for the rest of my life, I will commemorate something huge for me. My last cigarette was February 28th or thereabouts of 2020, and here we are 9 months later, and I have yet to have a cigarette. And that's astonishing to me because I never thought I'd be able to quit. I used to say that if I was going to quit smoking, I'd have to sneak off into the woods and live away from people until I mastered it. And a global pandemic came and did that for me. I've been living up here, but 9 months without a cigarette. Now, 10 months ago, about a year ago, is when I started feeling really bad. I started getting scared because my coughing fits were worse than they'd ever been, and I just felt bad all the time, and I knew that it was time to quit smoking. So, and then after I did in February, that's when all the COVID stories started coming out, and we started hearing what the symptoms for that was. And it wasn't too much of a jump for me to think that maybe I'd had it because of my symptoms that I'd had in December and November of last year. But I didn't. But that doesn't take away the fact that now, 9 months into not smoking, I'm still having breathing problems. I'm still having issues from 40 years of smoking cigarettes, and it doesn't take much of a leap to come to the conclusion that I may be at higher risk for the bad stuff from COVID if I catch it with my lung problems, and I don't want the bad stuff. I don't want that, and I'm just trying to make sure I don't have it. And that's why I stay home, and that's why I wear my mask, and that's why I take precautions, because I don't want the bad stuff. It's not like I'm living in fear. It's not that I'm afraid. It's just that I'm not not afraid. You understand that? I just want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to keep myself and those around me safe. So, that's the end of the video today, my friends. May this day bring you peace, tranquility, and harmony. Yeah, you can't read it. May this day bring you peace, tranquility, and harmony. One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright.